Okay, let's go and set this ROM up. This is pretty nice and easy ROM, and so many things already pre-configured, and you just have to set up some stuff here and there. So first thing, what we're gonna do, the set up the theme, and you press and hold anywhere on the home page. You will bring these options. So you want to click on themes. So I normally like supply. So and up here you could have 5, and you could have up to 4 icons on 4 rows, and you can bring whatever icon you want to bring later on. Let's say you want to bring dolphin and internet security, whatever you want to. So now, since we set up either home screen, you set whatever the way you want it. Widgets, you can add them up, and your wallpaper. So you got your wallpapers. And when you're choosing the wallpaper, you have 2 options here: home and lock screen. Lock screen only or home. So if you choose lock screen, it will change, and if you choose the home screen, and so it will only change the home screen, it doesn't. And also you have for tint, and that's another application to for your wallpaper. So if you want to change the colors, you want to go lighter or darker, you set up this way. And if you want to flip them over, the colors, you do that and set that up, So let's go now through the settings. Then first thing you do, go here, sort by alphabetical, so everything is nice and organized. And let's go with the first blah blah blah. I already done this, so you don't have to worry. And that's fine, just because we're downloading, because we don't have any stored. So you have a lot of options here. So you can download overall almost 1100 icons. So download, say you don't want to save it, just want to install. So it's just gonna change the icons. So it's small. What you do, click here, you go to the settings, and that's your size. You could go small or you could go big, it doesn't matter. And that's when you plug in charging, it'll show you charging animation. So you could choose of these. I like 5, so I choose 5. So, and if you want to go back to your original icon, then you go to the, and that's the one, and say no, and it's gonna change your icon. So it's too big. What you wanna do, go to the settings again, make it small, and close it. But there are so many icons, each one of them you can try whatever you like it and change the settings, make them bigger or smaller or whatever. And that's the busy box. A lot of applications use this. So you just run the super SU install. It's just gonna go blah blah blah, and you say okay and okay, and then you're done installing. And that's the calculator. I update the calculator from standard to this one. It has more options. And then your calendar, camera, clock, and Dolphin is the web browser I use. You go to start, and you go to the dolphin, and then settings. You have more options. We already have ad block enabled on the ROM, so it's already by default is off anyway, so you leave it like that. And then you go to the search engine. If you want to go to Google, again you go to dolphin icon and settings, and here you have a bunch of settings. You play around and see which one you like. Okay, and then faster GPS, you say okay. Continent, you are in North America, most of them. Region is USA, and it's just gonna say it's written successful, and it's done. It's just, you don't have to do anything. Find devices, so it's just saying update down, and you just go through update for this to work. And this is pretty much wizard, so once you start, just follow it and it will go through. You don't have to do anything. And that's your Greenify is the application which hibernates the application running on the background and eating up your battery. So you use this for those applications to put them on hibernate. Since I am using a fresh installed ROM, I don't have too many applications running, so I would not have anything to show. But if you done with your phone setup and you end up having a bunch of application running, you could go through this and then plus sign, click on plus, and then click show more apps. And if you have an application which are running on the background and eating up your battery, they will show up here, and then you just add them. Click this GCM and it will add them automatically. So once you're done with the phone and you put it down, when the screen goes off, those applications will go on hibernate automatically and save your battery. And that's another internet security. Just follow blah blah blah, click next, yes, and you're good to go. That's LMTs, that's the Pi. When you bring your this is the LMT, the Pi. People start using it and then they start get used to it. So first you just have to get used to it. Once you do, then one use this more than your S Pen or your fingers. One you hold to any, and it will bring you the shortcut. Just here and hold on, and it will give you other set of keys. You always you could always also change the colors. So let's say go to settings and Pi color. You want to change to whatever you want to. You just play with the colors around, whatever you like. So stop, now it's gonna start, and you can see change the color. See, so it's just the colors and size and stuff like that. White pointer. Each color has different options. See, it's changed. So if I hold here, each Pi has their own functions. So when you start playing with it, you get to know what they do. Okay, so that's your messages. That's the application I'm using to record, and that's your outdoor mode. So when you go out, you hardly see anything. So this will brighten your screen so you could see outside. But I don't recommend you to using this brightness all the time, because that's gonna burn your screen. So when you are out, you cannot see too much, or when you're in dark, you just use this. Otherwise, just leave it default. And that's your S Note. you have a bunch of options here. You click here, you have photo notes, voice recording, text, action menu, you know, whatever you want to do. Save, delete. It's like a notepad. And this is screen off menu. Some of them you might not have it. I'm gonna add this on the new ROM. So but I will put the link where you could download this. So once you start, you say activate, and it's registered as an administrator, and you say okay. So basically when you cut off the screen and take the pen off, then you could able to write on the screen. That's called screen off menu. And that's your settings. Smart manager is give you the bunch of option. You once a while you can just come here and do the clean all, and it will clean up. And that's your solid. This is basically a file manager. You skip, but it has the root access. You go to the root. So, and plus you have internal memory, which is saved to play around, and then you have SD card, which is also, you know, you have your pictures or songs or whatever. But if you don't know what you're doing and what you want to do, don't go and root and start messing around, because then it's gonna crash the ROM. So if you know what you're doing, then it's okay to go to the root. Otherwise, just stay within this internal memory and SD card and do whatever you could do. You know, you have everything listed here for your photo, pictures, movies, videos. That's your uninstall is like a app manager, you know, where you have all the apps, system apps and user apps. Since this ROM doesn't have too much junk running like your normal cell phones, so I don't have too many things listed, but that's the app. And if you want to have the information, you just hold and then show details, and it'll show you. So let's say, or if you don't want to use the app, you just here and uninstall, and it will take away. It's like deleting the applications. And I already show you the tint wiper. So on this ROM you have 3 or 4 sound application on all of them works. So you have to see which one you like it most. So I like this one better. So yes, it's a ground. Okay. So this required a root, plus once you go through the setup, then you have to restart the cell phone. I'm not gonna do it because I'm recording. So if you go here and driver status, it's just gonna say abnormal unsupported, because I have not started the cell phone. Once I restart, it will say normal and supported. So you cut on the power. So what you gotta do, play any song, MP3 using MP3 player, and then play with these settings. You have so many options to play under each tab. And once you are playing the song and on the background and you're playing with these settings, then you will know what does what. So you know, that's the best way you can set it up, you know. And as I say, I use this more than any other app. So you got these apps set up, the one comes with it. Now we want to go under settings, see what's going on. Under settings you have Wi-Fi, download, booster, sound and notification, display. So you go to display, you go font, you go font style. On this ROM you have almost 1100 fonts, so you choose whatever you want to choose, you know, it's up to you. So many different styles. Okay, so I chose this one just for the heck of it. finger scanner, that's your fingerprint. You say okay, you say okay, and then you register your fingers. You know, just go through with the wizard, and you will be able to set up the teeth ring and mobile, NFC, printing, you know, sound and notification, display, themes. Already set it up. Edge screen, since this has an edge, but since these are Note 4, they don't have any edge. So what we're gonna do, we're gonna cut off the light feature because it doesn't have hardware light. So that's pretty much it. And that's LED, you know, on your left top corner. So that's what they are. We already set up the S Pen. So you said okay. Air view, S Pen, you know, stuff like that. Language is an input. So I update the keyboard from Lollipop to newer, and you are in US, so you're using US language. And under, I normally like, right now look, the way the keyboard looks is this, the way it looks. That's the way the keyboard looks right now. You can leave it like that. Your might be look different way, but mine is looking like that. So I like my number lock, and I don't like the emoji things. So I like keyboard small, tall. I like small. Sound, press okay. And themes, you go back themes. You got themes more and landscape more. So I normally like brownish, and you don't have any keyboards, plain or with the borders. So I like with the borders. And then you have this show suggestions, next word, blog, show. You know, I don't like emoji stuff, but it depends. If you like it, you keep it. Dictionary, yeah. Sync, okay. Blah blah blah. Say okay. Okay, you add the account. You know, if you want to. Language, I already put it. Okay, battery. See that you have another battery icon. So what you're gonna do? Cut it off. So now you don't have any other battery icon. It's only one. Storage. Okay, so as I was telling you, you have Viper and then Doubly and Beats and EQ. It's depend whatever you like or being using it. So you go through with them, movie, and then on, and as I say, you play some music or files on the background, so you will tell how they are playing. So you know, whatever application you like to use. You have beats, equalizer, you have options here and there. You know, whichever application is easier for you, or whatever the function is more suitable to you, you use. Okay, so now we gotta set up the ad away, which blocks ads coming in. So this also require you to reboot the phone after you're done. Since I'm recording, I'm not gonna do it, but you can do it after you set it up, or you could do all the setup and then reboot. You know, it's depends. So it's just applying bunch of files right now. Okay, so once you get through the adway, and if you want to restart, you restart, or you don't want to, that's fine. You can restart later. Now go swipe, reset your swipe app. Said okay. So swipe app is basically one app you can set it up. So when you go to the home and you go swipe app, I think it's disabled for some reason. Yeah, I think it's the swipe app is disabled. That's fine. Okay, that's your Super SU. So this is all the apps required root, which we gave them permissions. So as you go download more rooted apps, they will add up, and you could see if they are green, that means they are granted access. If they are red, that means they were denied. So, and this is just the app, shows your hardware's, how it's running, what it's doing, stuff like that. You can test all that sensor the phone has, almost 18-20 sensors. You can check all of them working, how they are working. That's under CPU toolbox, the clock. So right now on your system bar, you don't have any clock. You can set up the clock. You go normal clock, you wanna be a small, date time small, format, I like this color, you'd like light color, like this, center, which I like, and font, I'll leave it normal. So when you leave normal, it basically so once you apply the settings for add away, you will have this message comes up, and they say never boot and don't show this. Okay, yes, but I think okay. So I restarted my cell phone to make sure everything comes up good. So let's go first to see this wiper and go to this driver status. So now everything is okay, and if I go to settings, say enabled, that's good. So we were working on clock. So I was telling you, if you use the normal font, then whatever system font you choose, it will be under the same font. So if you choose bold or something, so I'll leave it normal, because if I go and change the fonts for display, it will change those same. And that's your torch light. So basically what it does, when you have your cell phone cut off, and if you press and hold your volume up, it will automatically enable the torch light for you. Let's say you are out somewhere and you need the torch right away. So that's the function. Is very handy, and I normally have it for 1 minute, set up. And that's TK control. So notification panel. So right now under your status on notification panel, you don't have any memory cleaning tool, so we just gonna enable that. So right now we have it here, and we going to change the you can also change the color for it. Let's say you want to have something light, move this here, and okay. So if I drop down, you'll see here. And if you want to have something within this color range, then like your theme. And that's to clear the memory. Toggles, how many you want to have, 5 or 6 per panel here, you know. And then you go back, DPI tool. So this is DPI means display pixel per inch. Right now this ROM will use the maximum 640, which is the maximum you could have, and you could go lower 540, 560, and the lower you go, the density will go lower. So I like it 640 and I keep it that way. You could change up to 560, 580, and then you have to reboot, but don't go up or more or above, then it will crash. And air command, don't use it because it has bug, and that's the record. I use this app, the one I'm using right now, for recording, so I don't use these two. So let's go T control and then notification. So we're done with this part. We go traffic. Right now you don't have any traffic indicator, how much data you going in and out, so enable that. So yes, outgoing, incoming. And if you want to color byte per second, leave rest as it is. You see it's changed the color. And testing, you know, it shows how's everything running, battery information, usage, what being using, what it shows everything. Is just more. And then these are just the default applications: calendar, call, galleries, smart manager. We already work on, we already know what these are for. So we already changed the keyboard settings. S Pen, we already set it up. Fingerprint is already done. Edge panel is done. Theme we already done. Display, we changed the fonts. So pretty much we already got everything up and running. So what else I use, like normal app I use, not my applications, library. So pretty much I use Rocket Player for my music. If you want to play games, then you download, or it will come through automatically. And Weather, Live Free. And Root Checker, I don't need to because I already download and installed so many rooted apps, so I don't need to have that. And this is another nice application which lets you change your songs. For GPS, I also use Waze. This is just the general application I use. I find them easy to use, not too many ads, not bugs or stuff like that. So it's gonna download. So Rocket Player is very, very good MP3 player or songs or movies. You know, you add them, you search, and then you have songs, album, artists, albums, playlist. So many options within this application you can use. play games, if you want to, have Angry Birds or any other games you want to play. So I also use live weather widget. So what I do, I remove this off, and I press and widgets, and then I go all the way weather live, and I use 4x2. Put it right up. And apply. I already know where I'm at. So it gives me good options, and already show what to do with the rocket player. Just try to sell. Installing other apps. Okay, so if you want to go here, see this icon, it will give you a bunch of others options, reading more, sync. So if you want to don't use them, you can there's 4 ways. It's another GPS driven. Get started. Tap. It has so many options. You could search addresses, whatever you want to. You also can log in under your Facebook account. And then you have that application I use. It has so many ringtones, notification tones, wallpaper, and bunch of other stuff. And you don't have too many wallpapers. You can choose whatever you want to. So click down, and you want that set as a wallpaper. Update it. So if I go back, say update my wallpaper. If I go choose another one, so you have idea like how you can use these. Plus you can change your ringtones. Go here, go ringtones, and discover. You have so many of them. You could always search to Kill Bill, and you have 200, almost 3,000 ringtones. And so what you want to do, click on here, say set as a ringtone, and this now is your ringtone. Same thing if you want to set up as a notification. You don't hold on to it and set as a notification. Now, so many, you got so many of them to choose from, so I'm just giving you the feature. You play if you like it, and you save it under whatever you want to do with. Fairy dust sound. If you like it, you say you want to save as a notification, and you save it. Same thing with wallpapers. You can look for Star Wars wallpapers, and they give you those options. Dead Star. See, you want to set this as a wallpaper, and it's okay, and you go here and you set it up for you. See this right here, you press here and it cut off your